This edition of Sports Galore is proudly brought to you by Subway. And now, here's your hosts, Mark Allen and Adam Treloar.
G'day everybody, I'm Mark Allen. Welcome to Sports Galore, and this, of course, is Adam
Last one,
Treloar.
mate.
Last one, buddy. Nice to see you. You're all
too.
set to go.
I am.
Tell me about this season compared to last. I mean, and by the way, your first season at Collingwood, 4th in the Brownlow medal, not a bad little start. But in overall terms, when you look at this season compared to last season personally and team-wise as well, what do you make of it?
Yeah, obviously, I suppose we set a target to play finals at the start of the year and not doing that. We're disappointed, I suppose, as a group. But in saying that, there's a lot of positives to take out. I think last year there was a couple of times we could question our effort. There were times when our effort was poor and we let ourselves down. And I think this year...
That's a good point.
I think this year there hasn't been a game where our effort hasn't been there. And a lot of the times it's just was our ball use, not our ball use, but just our skill execution. And they're the basic fundamentals of the game. And if you don't have them down pat, then you're not going to win games of footy. So it's exciting because you fix that part. You know the effort's there. You know the way we play when we play our brand of footy can stack up against anyone. We look forward to bouncing back in the pre-season and then setting the bar high for us next year because we believe we have such a good list going forward and that we are capable of playing finals and winning premierships. So I'm here for the long run and I'm looking forward to that. And I think on also what you said with my own season, I suppose a harsh judge of myself, but it's been very disappointing. I thought last year had a much better year this year in terms of everything, and the only thing I did better this year was kick better goals than what I did last year, barring that.
What about injury-wise? And I'm not going to say what you've been through because it's not my business.
Yeah.
But injury compared to the first year, this year, I mean, it seems to me that you've probably struggled a little bit more throughout the year with that.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. But, I declare myself fit to play, so there's no excuse. I'm not going to use injury or anything as an excuse if I say I'm right to play. And I've only, missed one game this year, and that was through an injury as well. So, it's just been inconsistent for me. It's been frustrating because, I feel like I'm getting old now. I'm 24, I'm 25 next year, and I've done nothing in the AFL circles yet. So I'm going to have a massive pre-season and then hopefully come back and have a really good year next year and help this team play finals.
Well, hopefully, mate, you've got another 10
hopefully
10 really productive
crossed.
years here at
Fingers
the Pies,
crossed.
and I can't wait to see you blokes after another pre-season come out and get off to a hot start. I'd love to see you blokes a little bit of momentum at the start of the year in 2018. Anyway, let's get moving. Today, our producer, Sam Gastonovi, he put out not long ago that we're going out to do the last Sports Galore. Have you got any questions for Adam?
Us.
And you know what's happened? It went absolutely crazy.
Any questions for you, though?
Oh, there might be a couple in there somewhere. I'm tagged in, but they're mainly questions for you, buddy boy. They're mainly for you, so we're going to go through them all.
I haven't read them just because I want to see.
Yeah, good. I've only read a couple. I've only actually read the names just so I kind of half know what they are.
Get going for me.
Right, so let's get going. This is the Sports Galore soapbox. You're talking my language here. Last show of the year. First question. Now, this is from Stephen Ferrier. Which targets did you set yourself at the start of the year that you reached, and which ones will you be looking to improve in 2018?
Good question.
Good question.
I think for me, as a midfielder, I wanted to kick more goals, and I'm not sure how many goals I've kicked this year, but I think it's the most I've kicked in a season. It could be on par with it, but I think that's been the biggest thing, and goal kicking on the run in particular, because last year I missed a lot. I missed a lot this year on the run, but I kicked more than what I miss, and I think that has been the biggest thing for me. So that's probably the only thing I'm happy with this year with my game.
Yeah.
And I suppose it's a bit early to set goals for next year because I want to enjoy the pre-season, but enjoy the off-season. But it would just be everything. Like I said, I'm pretty disappointed with how I played this year, and I just want to, I want to be a star of the competition, and I don't want to be mediocre, and that's how I feel like I am at the moment. So I'm just going to try and improve in everything. Absolutely everything.
Good on you, Steve. Thanks for that question. Rose Berryman's next. Congrats on a fantastic season.
Must have
Huge
been watching
fan,
me.
and you are one of my favourite players. My questions are, who are your closest friends of the club?
Yes, my closest friends are Adam Oxley, Jack Crisp, Will Hoskin-Elliott, Still side bottom, Jeremy Howe, probably them 5.
There you go. In an interstate trip, who would you most not want a room with, sit next to on the flight?
Probably Pendles.
Because he'd probably
talk about his podcast and how good it is, and then talk about himself and how good he is at every sport he plays.
There you go,
and that's it.
Wear that one. Now, Tamar Selwood, who are the comedians around the club, and what's the best prank or joke at the club since you've been there?
Best comedians. Ben Crocker's pretty funny.
Ben Crocker?
Maybe I think the jokes are a bit inappropriate for the show, so I probably won't say what Croc does. And Braden Maynard's another one, and Lyndon Dunn's another one. But I don't know. There hasn't really been a joke that's actually happened in particular that stands out. But there's a lot of inappropriate stuff that Croc does that's very funny.
Right.
Very funny, just for the change room.
Rightio. Well, you might have
if I met you in person, who is it? Tamar. If I met you in person, Tamar Selwood. I wonder if that person's related to Joel. And anyway, I'll tell you then. So it's private.
Rightio. Now, this one's a tough name. Nathan, I'm going to go with Crowan. How many different handshakes does he have within the playing group at the club? I know of at least 2, but how many are there?
I've got one with Brodie.
Yeah.
So we do the old double slap like that.
Yeah.
And then I've got one with Braden Maynard.
Yeah.
Where it's double slap, then hit, then slap, then punch.
Right.
Then I've got one with Croc. Yes. No, Geordie. I've got one with Croc. I forgot which one that one is. So I got one with Geordie to Goey where we slide our fingers up and slap.
Nice.
Got one with Steele, and that was a slap punch.
Yeah.
And I had one with Pendles where it's a double slap.
I know. Go on with Eddie?
No.
Oh, we'll have to work on one with Ed.
I've got a couple other handshakes I do with other people outside of the footy club too.
There you go, Nath. Marcus, how do you say this name, please?
Caligiria.
Hey, well done. Do you prefer day or twilight or night games?
No, I prefer night.
Night games, why?
Oh, because I'm not a big sleeper, but I'm a big sleeper on game day. And I like waking up and then having like the morning and then having another sleep in the Arvo before I play. And that's why I enjoy it.
J. Dylan McLean, loving your work, Adam. What is your favourite ever AFL/VFL moment?
Favourite ever? Well, I didn't have many favourites as a kid because, as I think most people who know me know, I went for Carlton.
Yes.
And they weren't overly successful when I was coming through my years barracking for Carlton.
It was nice, actually. It was really nice.
Probably my favourite VFL, AFL moment growing up would have been when Carlton beat the Bombers in an elimination final. Again, Sam, you know, because you used to go for Carlton.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Carlton beat the Bombers, and Andrew Walker, I think, took that mark of the year on. And now I can't stand Carlton, so
there you go.
But I think my favourite actual moment was when my idol Chris Judd kicked that goal against Bulldogs, goal of the year, when the ball got tapped at the back and he picked the ball up, spun, took a bounce, kicked it.
Ridiculous.
Yep. And then when Cooter retired, Anthony Cooter-Feedy's my other idol, and they retired at Optus Oval, and he held the ball up, and they lost to Melbourne by 3 goals. I do remember them. They're my favourite moments.
I love Cooter. I've got to say that. I love him. Now, PM6 Design, who will win the NBA Rookie of the Year?
It's a hard one.
Fultz, Ball, Fox, or Simmons, or someone else?
I'm going to say it's going to be hard for Fultz or Simmons because they're in the same team.
Yeah.
So I reckon that's hard. And I don't think Lonzo Ball will. I just don't think he will because they've got other good players. I'm going to go
His
on
dad's
limb
going to stuff it up for him.
and say Dennis Smith Jr. And he's not
Dennis
even there.
Smith?
Yeah.
I know. That's
Dennis Smith
nowhere.
Jr. from Dallas is a star.
One from nowhere. Josephine Kopok. Do you follow... How else would you say that? Kopok. Josephine Kopok. Do you follow... NFL, and if so,
yes, I
who?
do. Mad NFL, Mad Madden fan. Madden on the Xbox, Marco.
I know.
So I've never really been a team in particular.
Right.
As in, I used to like Miami Dolphins because one of my other favourite people in this world is The Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock, the great man.
You caught up with him. You caught up with him. That was big.
He almost played for Miami. So I sort of support them, but I just love watching NFL. And my favourite player used to be Calvin Johnson.
Right.
Used to play for the Detroit Lions. Now I don't play for him anymore. And now I just said now I don't play.
I know.
So now he doesn't play anymore. So I just love good players. So Odell Beckham at the moment is probably my favourite.
Dallas Cowboys on Xbox?
Yeah, they all are.
Yeah, that's my team. That's my team.
The Cows.
Liam Fuller, this question's from. Favourite soccer player?
Favourite
you got one?
Soccer player? Probably No.
Messi.
Who's that guy? What's his name? I used to play him on FIFA.
With the hair.
He used to have. He's got. You
Go on,
would know,
Sam.
Sammy. He's got like a blonde strip through his head. Paul Pogba.
Yes. That's
Paul
him.
Pogba. I used to play him on FIFA. I got traded him to Tottenham, and he used to kick 5 goals a game. So he was my favorite. He's my favorite player.
Rightio. The Pog Man. Trish Carroll. Now, this is a very good question, Quish. Well done to Trish. Well done to you. Quishy. Nice to have you on board, Quishy. A great...
He's lost it.
Did you just say Quish?
Quish, yeah, I did.
What's your wife's
Sorry,
name, Mark?
Trish. Yeah, my wife's name is Trish.
You just called Trish Carroll Quish.
Yes, I know. Apologies, Trish. A great year, Adam. Well done. My question is, where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
10 years' time. Well, I'm 24.
Working at SEN?
I would love to.
Yeah, I know you would.
I'm 24 years old, so I'll be 34, obviously.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I'm just about to retire and have won 5 premierships and
Yes, nice.
Just
You won't have to do much if you win 5 premierships for the Collingwood. I can promise you, Adam, you won't have to do much later in life.
hopefully, that's what I plan to do. But
You won't have to buy a drink ever again. I know that.
I'm going to hopefully. Well, I'm a PT, so I want to eventually have my own PT gym type place. I'm going to have that. And also, I'm very interested in media, so like radio, exactly what you do, Marco.
Yeah.
I've got a massive interest
learn
in
how
that
to host, and
on
you'll be
SEN.
right. You'll be right.
And that's what I'm excited to do. So, but that's down the track. For now,
Well,
I'm
I think you've got a
focusing
big
on
future. I think
Thank
you've got a big future. Now, Brendan Jackson. Adam, is there any dirt on your mate Sam Darley?
Best mate, Sammy
He
Darley.
is a personal trainer. You were just saying that at the gym I go to. All the lads in the 7:30 class on Monday and Wednesday night would love to hear anything about the great man Sam
You
Darley.
put me on the spot, and I've actually.
Go on, has he got a drinking problem? Does he eat too much? What does he do? What about when he goes out on the gas? Does he do anything ridiculous? Is he a dancer?
Yeah, well, this is probably inappropriate again for this question, that type of question. Again, Brendan Jackson, you're going to have to catch up, man. I'll fill in all the dirt on Sammy Darley.
Right, so we're not going to go with anything. It sounds like he's a heavy drinker to me. Ash Nathan, this one comes from. Does Adam remember having an awkward stare down at the reject shop in Westfield Southland late last year?
No, I don't. Why? No, I don't, Ash.
Oh, it must have been with Ash.
I have plenty of...
an awkward stare
I
down.
have plenty of awkward stare-offs at shops because I always see people staring and judging, I reckon. So,
Righto.
but I do go to the reject shop because they sell cheap dog toys.
That's true.
And you wouldn't believe it, or you would, because I'm
If you
telling
want
you.
dog toys, the reject shop
You-
is the place to
You wouldn't
go.
believe it, Marco, but you would. You know my dog, my husky?
Yeah, I
Griffin,
love him.
He's my
Beautiful
best mate.
dog.
He modelled for last year's Christmas catalogue of the reject shop.
He did not.
I promise you.
He did
I've got a
not.
photo on my phone.
Oh, we've got to give it to Sam and tag
I
that on to the
promise you.
last show of the
He
day.
modelled.
His dog is a model.
He modelled for it. He's the most beautiful dog in the world, mate.
Get ready for that, folks. Hang around. Now, Stephen Maloney, you're a dead set legend, mate. This is what he's saying to you.
That said you're about to die.
Are you related to my partner, Danny Treloar?
Well, all Treloars are probably related, so she's probably
All right. There you
my
go.
cousin or long lost auntie or.
Does Danny have the frayed going up there? Might be. We'll find out, Stephen.
How is Uncle Dan?
Yes. Glenn Reeves. This is great. If you missed, go back and have a look at last week's episode.
Was it last week or the week
2 weeks
before?
ago.
2 weeks ago. Go back 2 weeks ago and have a
People
look.
have told me about that.
How is Uncle Daryl handling his newfound fame? This is the uncle that you called a real bogan.
He's the most boganest bloke you'll ever meet in the world. Short little baldy.
Yeah.
Uncle Daryl.
Yeah.
He's going good. He's going really
Did he
good.
get that 100 you put up?
No, because no one
No
won,
one
mate.
got
He
it.
almost
Right.
had a heart attack. I'm not joking, though. He almost had a heart attack. He stopped.
Right, this is from Natural Red at Natural Red LFC. If the Pies make the 8 next year, Mark Allen will get the exclusive Treloar haircut.
Is that done? Is that still
I reckon-
still on the table?
I reckon you guys are going to make it easy next year.
Well, is that on the table?
I
Well,
reckon
hang
if
it,
you
leave it
don't,
there.
I'll tell you what, if they don't
All right.
make the 8
Is
next
this on
year,
me or something?
I'll get, yeah, it is. It's your fault. I'll get the fade. What do you call that stupid haircut?
It's stupid.
What do you call it?
I'll just call it the Adam Treloar special.
If the Pies don't make the 8 next year, fade. Coming
Oh,
your way.
done.
Pretty simple.
What if they do make it?
Well, I'm going with what I go with.
Marco, question for you, mate. It's not just about me.
Well, go on. What is it?
At Mohanen Woodtree.
I reckon it's Mahoney TRU. Right?
Did Mark ever watch Step Brothers?
No, but before the show,
What's the preview?
I watched the trailer.
It's funny.
And it is hilarious. Now that I've seen the trailer, I'm watching the whole thing.
I'm glad you are.
That is going to be a funny movie. Mick Mac, do you think Taylor Adams looks like Adam Banks off Mighty Ducks?
Taylor Adams.
There we go. That's Mighty Ducks. And the bottom one is Taylor Adams.
Yeah, I can see the similarities.
It needs to be a better shot, but he's got the same colour face.
Yes, he does.
And lips. And same nose. So, yes.
It's probably not as good a bloke as Tay is.
Probably not.
Probably
no,
not.
I agree with that.
Probably
I agree with that. This one's from Darren Taylor. Did you like the movie Like Mike?
Love it.
And Like Mike 2?
Like Mike 1's better than 2.
That's the case in all
Have
movies.
you seen it?
No.
Awesome movie. Do you know what? Can I quickly explain what happens?
Please.
So is it Bow Wow? Bow Wow. You know Bow Wow?
No.
It was Little Bow Wow.
You know Lil Bow Wow?
I've got no idea.
Lil. It's not Little. It's Lil. L-I-L.
Lil.
Lil Bow Wow.
Right.
He's a rapper.
So what's he doing in the movie?
So he's a kid.
Oh, Lil.
And
is he still around?
what do they call him at school? Lil?
Is he still around?
Lil Wow?
Little Pow Wow?
Is Lil here?
Mr. Wow.
It's Lil Bow Wow.
Can you find out what Lil's doing these days?
Yeah, he's a rapper.
He's
He'd
a
be a
rapper.
rapper actor.
Right.
Anyway, don't you know that Shorty Like Mine song?
No.
Only
Sing it.
thing that keeps me up when I'm feeling down. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah,
about you.
yeah, I know.
You don't know.
Thanks for singing it.
Shorty Like Mine. Anyway, it's about him.
Yeah.
He's terrible at basketball and he wants to be good and lives in an orphanage.
Yes.
And he finds these shoes
Right.
that are hung up on it's on a line, isn't it? And he gets them from the line.
From the power line, but they're
And-
magic shoes.
But they're Michael Jordan shoes. That's why it's called Like Mike. So then he turns into this 13-year-old who's an absolute superstar and he signs with this NBA team and plays.
It's got to be the shoes.
It is, mate.
It's
That's
gotta
why
be the
it's got to be the shoes.
Righto. Now, Jessica, thanks, Darren. Jessica and Mott. Adam Treloar, you're one of my heroes. Love watching you play. Do you reckon you will be able to make it to Albury one day?
I would love to make it Albury.
Great place, Albury.
I've been there a couple of times.
All right, there's a promise?
Yeah.
Right, good.
Yeah, well, if you hold it to me, I will.
Bridget Pawsey, last one. What are your plans for the off-season?
Off-season. So I'm going to go to New Zealand.
Yes,
Hang
great
out there
place.
for a bit.
South Island's sensational.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the South Island. Plan to go to Fiji too, and I also plan to go to Noosa, hopefully.
Beautiful.
And just chill out and
Man, I'm going to Noosa.
train
I'll
my
see you up there.
backside off. Yeah, I'll be there with you.
I'm going up there, Cox Plate
We
work.
can do some running sessions together.
Run up the hill, mate.
Yeah, we'll do something together.
All right. I'll give you
Promise?
I'll give you a head start.
All right, done.
I'll give you a head start. Right, let's get to the Do You Cares. Brought to you by Subway, our very, very, very good friends at Subway.
Hang on, I
What's
got
the-
something good.
What's
Me-
the famous?
Meatball, what do you have, Sammy?
Little Bow Wow just announced an Australian tour
Oh, you're
in
joking.
the last couple of weeks.
We're going to go watch him?
That's huge.
Marco.
We can
we're
get
gonna-
him on the show.
We're going to go watch Lil Bow Wow?
Yes, we're going.
We're going to go get him.
Yeah, we're going to go. We'll get him in here. Can we
Um,
get Little
yeah.
Bow
Would
Wow
that be?
in?
Lil Bow Wow.
If you guys come back from holidays, we'll get Little Bow
I'd
Wow
love to.
in.
I'll be
We'll
here.
get Little Bow Wow into the
Meatball
studio.
sub. Meatball sub, Italian herbs and cheese.
No
with
salad.
cheese, toasted, no salad, extra marinara sauce.
I'm going to get one straight after the show.
chucking a bit of the
You make me
mayonnaise or
hungry.
cheese sauce if you want.
Right, the Do You Care Soccer. Australian
sauce.
Aaron Moy scores his first EPL goal. That was a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah? Good on
Newly
him.
elevated Huddersfield 1-0 victory. It was huge.
Huddersfield Town.
Huddersfield.
Are they in the EPL or the second one?
Big ones, mate.
Good on 'em.
EPL.
On it. Yes, that's awesome.
Well done,
Good on
Aaron
you,
Moy.
mate.
That's huge. Basketball, huge trade involving the Cleveland Cavs and Boston Celtics. Kyrie Irving, I still can't believe this. This is a week
Crazy.
ago, being traded for Isaiah Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Do you care?
I do, of course, because it's
Was
basketball.
it a fair
and
trade?
It's huge.
Was it a fair trade?
I don't think it's fair because I think Isaiah Thomas is a better player than Kyrie Irving.
Right.
And Isaiah got traded along with 4 different people and a pick, wasn't it, Sammy? Three picks,
Kyrie.
3 players and a pick for Kyrie. I understand Sam brought up an awesome point saying he was probably going to leave next year because he's out of contract, but still, he's a superstar. I thought you would have thought just be a straight swap, Kyrie for Isaiah.
So he went to the Cleveland Cavs boss and stared him down and says, I don't want to play with
Kyrie must have done
LeBron
that.
anymore.
He won his ring, left, brought a championship to Cleveland. And
Amazing.
He wants to run he wants to run his own show now.
Another one in the basketball world. LA Lakers being investigated by the NBA over tampering. The investigation is at the request of the Indiana Pacers over a star player, Paul George, and his departure. And Magic Johnson went on one of the talk shows about a month ago, and that was the example that Magic used. Yeah. Do you care?
Well, I have no idea what. So what?
Well, it's just investigate. No, that's
They're
a cross.
investigating.
You don't care.
It's the only NBA thing I don't care about, actually.
Right. In the boxing world, the Brisbane City Council has pulled the funding for the second Jeff Horn Manny Pacquiao fight.
How good?
They want confirmation from Pacquiao that he's interested. I think that's changed.
Has it?
Yeah, that happened. That definitely happened. But I can tell you, it's back on.
Really?
That's an exclusive for everybody here.
That
is back on. I care, because I want Jeff Horn to punch him up again. Even though I love Manny Pacquiao, I do. I like him. Tennis.
Finish off with our boy.
Nick Kyrgios makes it the Cincinnati Masters final. That was last week, US Open at the moment. But loses to Dimitrov. Kyrgios praised Dimitrov post-match, saying the Bulgarian had dragged him onto the practice court in recent weeks to help him get back in form. So he's saying something nice about another player.
He's changing.
Do you care that he's changing?
So we'll finish off with our boy for season 2017.
Good on you, Nick. Now,
and get our boy Guok.
Yeah,
Guok
come on.
Guok
Have we found him? Is he going okay?
Mate, I don't know.
Can we send him a Subway meatball sub?
Yeah, down in Tasmania.
Or something like that. Yeah, down in Tassie. Hey, thanks again for the year.
It's been awesome, Marco.
2 years at Collingwood. It's been great fun working with you.
You too, mate.
Just a big thanks goes to Sam Gaston, our producer. Sammy, thanks for making everything work like clockwork every single week. We really appreciate it. And Damo, Josh and Brandon behind the scenes, thank you, boys. The show works beautifully every week, and Adam and I certainly appreciate it. Thanks for everyone for watching. Adam, looking forward to 2018, mate.
Me too, mate.
We're looking forward to seeing
looking
the Maggies
forward to running them hills with you
in
up in
2018. Catch you then, folks.
Thanks to our friends at Subway, this has been another episode of Sports Galore. If you've got feedback on the show, or you have a topic you'd like the guys to talk about, use the club's official social channels to let us know. Go Pies.